Amid the Russian offensive in Ukraine, U.S. President Joe Biden will mark the one-year anniversary of the war with a speech in neighboring Poland on Tuesday, said John Kirby, National Security Council spokesperson.
President Biden will make it clear that the United States will continue to stand with Ukraine, as you've heard him say many times, for as long as it takes. And on Wednesday, President Biden will give a chance to meet with the leaders of the Bucharest Nine, otherwise known as the B9.
The White House said there are no plans for Biden to visit Ukraine nor to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during this trip. But observers say a Poland meeting between the two is likely. The pair last met in late December when Zelensky made a surprise visit to Washington. Observers say Moscow is turning the conflict into a war of attrition in a bid to grind down Ukrainian resolve and exhaust the West's patience. Ukraine has the advantage of Western high-tech weapons, but Russia benefits from the sheer size of its economy, manpower, and defense production capacity.
We are trying essentially to achieve a balance here, to give the Ukrainians enough military wherewithal that they can bring this war to a successful conclusion, but to do so without recklessly raising the risks of World War III, as President Biden is fond of saying. And that's not an easy balance to strike.
While there is still broad support for Ukraine in Congress, some Republican lawmakers in the House of Representatives, whose party now holds a slim majority, are questioning the massive flow of American funds to Kyiv, $40 billion in security, economic, and humanitarian aid since the invasion.
This war is being fought in the backs of U.S. taxpayers. And what's our plan, Mr. President? Is it an endless war? Are we going to continue to feed armament that we don't know where it's going exactly or how it's going to be used, to what extent?
Polls show nearly half of Americans now say Washington should urge Kyiv to settle for peace as soon as possible. Patsy, Widakuswara, VOANews at the White House.